Like big dogs, we up in here. CybrrrDoge, we never scared when we ride out like gang when we pull up on them market bears. Fill my bags with that CybrrrDoge, tricky finger on sniper mode. King Shilling on ride out mode. Big army fam, we don't slide alone. If you're talking about smart chain with the best Doge on Binance, bro, a man don't draw entries cause the big games whether high or low. Ecosystem is them and then I rep hard, it's evident. And if you there is a deck card, then your coin's probably a replicant. Got cyber swap, cyber game, cyber staking, that cyber gain, cyber wallet to keep it safe. Destination way up in space. Big farm, no ranch, big yield, no plant. It's automated, frictionless yield farming. That's more cash plus burning 70% of the supply at launch, fam. That's more gains, more stacks. Trust, fam. That's all fact. Real cyber gang, no dividing us. Projects fire like the rising sun. Pull up gang in a cyber truck, in Elon and Grimes we trust. Like big dogs, we up in here. CybrrrDoge, we never scared when we ride out like gang when we pull up on them market bears. And fill my bags with that CybrrrDoge, tricky finger on sniper mode. King Shilling on ride out mode. Big army fam, we don't slide alone. If you're talking about smart chain with the best Doge on Binance, bro, a man don't draw entries cause the big games whether high or low. Ecosystem is them and then I rep hard, it's evident. And if you there is a deck card, then your coin's probably a replicant. Got cyber swap, cyber game, cyber staking, that cyber gain, cyber wallet to keep it safe. Destination way up in space.
All right, let me go ahead and start recording this. I actually forgot to start the recording.
I've already started.
Oh, recording. Awesome.
I got this.
Sweet. So, as far as the video that I just shared, I want to make sure that everyone was able to see that. Did it come through okay?
Yeah, it came fine.
Good, man.
Okay, awesome. So that is a little bit of what Khemet is able to offer different projects. He's going to be the #1 rap Shilling crypto influencer on the market, and we're really excited to have him over here and start talking with them. Khemet, go ahead and give us a little bit of information about what got you into the scene and what's bringing you here.
So basically, what actually got me in the crypto game itself is my brother, because I heard about it a couple of times, but didn't really look into it. And then my brother come to me one day and said, look, I've started reading this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We need to start investing and stuff like that. And then we started looking into crypto. But we started a bit small. This was a bit earlier when Doge was really cheap and stuff like that, so I ended up buying some and making a few £100 off it and thought, yeah, I like this crypto space. And not only that, I like the community within it as well, so I got more and more into it to the point where I was like, I could probably use my talent here, and then, you know what I mean, kind of come up with the idea to form it from there.
Awesome. Yeah. So what it sounds like is you saw something that needed to be filled that wasn't happening, and it seems like you're trying to capitalize on that in a smart way.
Yeah, because that was exactly it. Because I see influencers out there and they're big and everything like that, but when people pay them, all you're really getting is just a generic tweet. That's it. Or they may put a post of your picture, where with my concept, you get a whole product. You actually get a song you can use to apply in any way you want. You get the video as well, which is fully animated and stuff like that, that brings everything to light. And with it being crystal clear with a video production company, it just brings it as a whole package. So you've actually got something for your money, as well as and stuff like that.
Absolutely. I got to give you props. The video looks really good. It ties into the theme of CybrrrDoge really good. So whenever you're watching your video and then you go over to the CybrrrDoge community, there's already that tie-in together that, this is cohesive. It's it was meant to be there.
Yeah. And that's exactly it. Because when I started with just doing it with the TikTok green screen. But due to being very particular about coins that I use, I was able to build up quite a buzz. Because my first coin, what I did was Ultimo GG. They loved that, tweeted it. I also did Rocket Boys, so I'm making sure that I acquire the right ones under my name. So, because obviously I don't want to make people go into the coin where they're going to lose money. So, being part of, and this is a side thing anyway, being part of this community is amazing where people look at contracts and stuff like that. Because even without that, you know what I mean, I will be using that assistance myself. But yeah, so from those videos, it just kind of got bigger and bigger. And then through it got to the point where I actually was, now I'm getting paid for it, it's getting bigger and bigger. So I thought I need to reinvest in myself and make this actually a thing, because if another rapper comes along, they can just try and do another freestyle for someone else. But now I'm setting the levels, you have to bring a whole package to them. A simple freestyle will no longer be good enough, especially with a poor quality video. So
Absolutely. Sounds like you're establishing yourself as a one-stop shop for this kind of service, which is really good.
exactly.
So one thing that I wanted to touch base with you on is, outside of crypto, what is it that got you into music? How did you find yourself behind the microphone rapping?
Well, you started very young because my dad, so my family is of Jamaican descent, and over in the UK, my dad was always one of the ones that used to put on shows for the local community and stuff like that. So I always had music around me. My dad used to just even driving to Manans every Sunday, used to always be freestyling in the car just to make us laugh and stuff. So it kind of grew from there. And then after that, I went on to actually taking it seriously, and it went good because the biggest platforms for music, especially up and coming music over here, are like Grime Daily and SBTV, and I've been on all of them. But it's a thing where the music industry, it's not a nice place. Record deals are not what they seem to people, and a lot of people that seem like they're superstars and living a nice life are really depressed because they're in a terrible deal. It's, you know what I mean? And now they've brought out 360 deals for artists out there. It's absolutely horrible. And then not only that, my music was street, but kind of gives you a kind of uplifting part where it teaches people how to get out of their situation and everything like that. And nowadays, people just want to spit anything that's kind of dumb. And over here, we got a trend of the whole drill thing and stuff. So unless you're making that kind of music, there's no money in it. So I thought I wanted to come away from that space, and I thought with this idea, I can actually use my bars, enjoy my music, and not have to worry about all of that record deal kind of crap.
Absolutely. I think as a musician myself, we start thinking about, oh, we've made it when we get a record deal. And I think that one of the things that we've noticed here in the past decade with some of these independent artists coming out, that, the record industry isn't necessarily what we thought it was going to be for us. And,
No.
sometimes remaining independent and focusing on, building your own brand without the help of a record industry kind of puts you in a better position in that aspect.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's a reason why Soldier Boy's money lasted so long, because he was so independent at the beginning. Like
So
independent is
what are some of the artists that you listened to growing up that you think has influenced your style?
so the artists that I grew up listening to were Tupac, B.I.G., Mob Deep, a lot of American rap, early Nas, Jay-Z, and then through progressively diplomats, or Cameron and Jim Jones and everyone, and then yeah, just kind of, but so it's like that real rap. It kind of gives you a storyline, it lets you know the kind of struggle, why people do stuff, it gives, you know what I mean, people something to relate to. And then not only that, you can make popping songs as well. So yeah, that kind of rap stuck with me, so I kind of use that style in crypto. So if someone addresses me with a offer for a coin, I don't just say, yeah, that's fine, and just start writing the lyrics. No, I want all the links and everything so I can research the coin properly. Then it's like, say like now it was even just a spaceship scene, a spaceship kind of coin. Then I would be looking at thinking, all right, I need all the information about the tokenomics and everything to do with the coin. And I need to make my metaphors relate to each kind of key concept about that coin. So that way my wordplay is still really clever within it. So then I'd start looking into stuff like how can I relate stuff like space, Star Wars to it, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And start bringing those sort of concepts. So it all brings a coin kind of to life. And then with the video and all the images that pop up throughout it, it just, yeah, makes it
Yeah,
happen real good.
the video production that you got going on is insane. It almost feels like I'm in a video game with you when you're rapping about it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's it. And
So let's talk a little bit about production. Is that something that you do yourself, or do you bring other artists in to work on their beats?
you know, I usually buy them from producers that I like or well known off YouTube, because there's such an abundance. I can literally find the theme, because although I can make beats, it's like to do that within the time frame would make it a lot more difficult in the sense of that. So whereas these, they're already produced, they already sound good. So that beat that I use for CybrrrDoge, I was able to purchase that beat and then use it, and it fits perfectly within it. Whereas if I would have been wasting days and hours trying to make that concept myself, it would have just put in too much work.
It would have taken a little bit away from the
Yeah,
time that you put into the
yeah,
project
and a
itself.
lot of the time there were deadlines as well. So
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm learning about, my limited capacity here, running this radio show, which I also want to give a shout out to Midnight for putting this thing together and giving me a shot here. He put this whole group together, and he's bringing in people like you and me to grow this thing. So I just want to give Midnight his proper due, and all of the other core members of this group, because
definitely,
without y'all doing y'all's work, none of us would be here able to do ours.
yeah, that's right. And not only that, be in a safe place to do it. So that's amazing. Definitely needs a big shout out for that. So well done, mate.
Speaking
And
of
we're all
safe
glad to be
places,
here.
I know a lot. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and we're all glad to be here.
Yeah. Now, speaking of safe places, I know a lot of us have probably made our way over here because of bad things that have happened to us on the Binance Smart Chain. Do you have any horror stories that you want to share?
Yes, I
Some bad.
do. So basically, my first Binance Smart Chain coin that I ever got into was a rug. I put in £100. I think I lost 70.
Oh man, that sucks.
So I kind of then thought, all right, that's a learning curve. We'll try again. And then I did good on another coin. And then I actually did no, sorry, yeah, I did good on another coin, and then refinable came out, didn't it? And then because I was thinking, yeah, it's backed by Binance and everything, I got my brother involved, made him put £200 in. I put money in as well, and then flipping lost it all, didn't I? So I was there looking at my brother like, I just lost your £200 on your, you know what I mean? So, but luckily I made it
Oh,
back for him. But
vicious.
yeah, so it was like, yeah, but then that from there made it me just thinking, even if I got a coin that I go into, I'm not going to tell any of my family members or nothing like that, because I don't want people to lose their money. So yeah, I had a bit of a bad thing, but then obviously learning from people and learning how to do my proper diligence and own research and stuff like that, then I was able to start making money back and then start enjoying it again. But yeah, I think the key is just to be safe and don't ape in all the time and stuff like that. But I'm glad there's a space like this now where we'll be educated on all the key parts to look out for. So yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of the a lot of the stuff that we've been facing as far as rug pulls and honeypots. Now, while these things are going to be continuing to happen because this is an unregulated space, the more groups we get like this, where there's people willing to protect their community, the smaller amount that those things are going to happen, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. And so
So,
that's carry on.
So let's talk about a little bit about your future plans. Where do you see yourself in a year taking on this role? What is your idea of, like, I sit back, I look at, and I've made it. Where in your head is that level where you're like, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm making this.
Well, I've always believed in the theory, shoot for the moon, if you miss, then you're still amongst the stars. So
Love it.
I always place my ambition way high. So I see myself at crypto messiah's level or higher, but then obviously being at the, I see myself when I get to that stage, it's going to be bigger for me for what I offer. And it's going, because that's why I'm trying to bring a whole product, because it's going to be hard to deny me if I've just got just as much influence with him, but you actually get a product as well that people can refer to and use and stuff like that. It's going to be a whole nother thing. So I'm just making sure from now that I actually only endorse or rap about coins that are actually sufficient. And because there's so much rug pulls, and that's why I'm glad I'm part of a group like this, because I will be able to utilize it. And if I am approached by a coin, then I can get the everything looked at before I go into it. Because I'm trying to solidify myself as that one. I do have a plan to get me where I want to be, but there's only so much I can say at this stage because I wouldn't want it done before me. But
Oh,
I do,
absolutely. You know, the best moves you want to keep for yourself. And one of the reasons
yeah,
I'm asking you this question is because I believe a lot of, and, you know, manifestation and the powers of the laws of attraction. So I want to get you saying these things out loud so we can
yeah.
get that more energy out in the universe to make sure it happens for you.
But I can tell you one thing is that, and it's the key of how I'm going to do it, which is going to be the amazing thing. As I start getting bigger and bigger, there will be an actual crypto anthem. And this is going to be like on a phenomenal level. I've got a producer already working on it because I've picked a key song, but basically that's going to be the key thing.
Oh,
So I
that's
expect,
exciting because I
yeah,
think we can pretty much all agree that the crypto anthem that we have now is that silly Pump It Up song.
yeah, yeah. So
And
it's like,
while that's an amazing song, I'm glad and anxious to hear some of the stuff that you're going to be putting out for you know, some of the entire crypto space, not necessarily project specific ones.
yeah, and that's a key thing because it's yeah, but I've got some big plans for it, and I've also got a deal with a major coin that is very well established and has Mr. Crypto on board and everything like that that will be going forward. So I have I'm making sure I secure the right ones under my belt, and with a community like this that can help me make sure that I don't do that is going to be very beneficial for then once I know that secure and stuff, you know what I mean, people then will be able to hear about it beforehand. So yeah, I plan to do it proper and just keep a professional brand all the way through.
Awesome, awesome. So here's a left out of the field question. Let's say that you had to completely, and this will never happen because you're amazing at your art and what you do. But for the sake of conversation, let's say that you had to completely walk away from the microphone. What is it that you would see yourself doing as a profession, as a career, something else that you love almost as much as doing this?
I don't think besides crypto and music, I don't think there's anything else I enjoy as much. So it would just probably be because I finished my first year at uni this year.
Exactly. What did you study?
Study construction management.
Okay,
So
perfect, perfect.
yeah,
So that's
and
kind of if this for some god awful reason wouldn't work out, that's kind of like what your second plan is in life.
yeah, yeah, definitely, because it's something that and I always used to hear people say, well, when the crypto market goes down, then I'll go back into the property market and stuff like that. And I thought, you know what, that made sense. I was in a management role in my previous careers anyway, and I thought I I like construction. I'd always want to build my own houses and stuff like that. So I did it, finish this year with out of actually the 280 students, I finished top 5 with the highest grades of all the
Oh,
students.
congratulations.
So, but I'm hoping that this everything manifests what I've said. So that's just a hobby on the side thing
Well,
because
you know,
we're all here, so
luckily
we
you've
don't need
picked
to work.
You know, there's money, there's definitely money in construction and construction management. So just know, you know, if everything goes south, you've picked one hell of a career to fall back on, and hopefully you'll never have to go that direction, because I'm, you know, fully committed to pretty much seeing you take this thing on to the level that you want to do it.
Yeah, because that's it. I just take it as serious as I can, and even though like, because when I explain it to people as well, like, so they think like, wow, how long does it actually take you to write the lyrics then? Because that's a lot of time, and really and truly, if it, I could do that in about a day, but I'm
Okay.
a person where I'll write it out and then rewrite some parts and tighten some parts and make sure if there's any clever, more of an intelligent way I can say it, then I will do that as well. But really, it's just the everyday life that makes makes it a couple makes it a bit longer. So,
Okay.
but now what?
Yeah, perfect. Let's touch a little bit on your process on how you get some of this work done. Then, if let's get there. You said that, you know, you take a little bit of time to, you know, write some
Yeah.
stuff. Do you have the beat that you're typically going to use when you write to it, or do you write some ideas out and find a beat that kind of works with it?
So what I'll do is I'll use the CybrrrDoge as a concept. So when me and Deckard agreed, okay, we get this done. It was a thing where I wanted to know his whole theme, what he actually wanted it to represent, all his information and links. So I literally go through the website, write down the key information of that, what actually attracts people to the coin, go into the cyber paper, make sure I get the key information there, because obviously I don't just look into what it's about, I look to see how you word it as well. So if you keep coming up with keywords up there, just pretend it was rock solid project. If you got rock solid project mentioned so many times, then I'm going to be making up a metaphor about it being a rock solid project, because I'm trying to bring out all the key things you want out of it. So after getting all the information down on CybrrrDoge, then it's like, all right, then with the chorus, I need to fit in most of the information just so people get that into their heads and it keeps, you know what I mean, gets a catchy thing. So it's just about writing them. So it's like it's kind of based around the Blade Runner kind of theme as well. So
Yeah.
I look, what's the Blade Runner film. I also watched an analogy of the Blade Runner film of some guy explaining what the film is really about. Then obviously looked into the main characters and then used them for some of my lyrics in the thing as well. So it kind of brings it all back in and makes it that kind of theme. And then because I know Deckard mentioned he wanted kind of a cyberpunk feel, that's where I looked into the image for the whole background of it and everything like that. So it's a case of getting all the lyrics down, making sure that everything responds to the key information, but all the metaphors are to do with those key information. So
So
I don't use no lyrics about myself and all of those things. It's just all about the key. But then I record that in the studio, then get it made with a recorded music video with the video company.
awesome. So I first off, props on putting terms like frictionless yield into a hip hop track, because that's something that I thought I would never see. So,
Yeah,
so congratulations
because
on
that's
that.
why I wanted the words to come up on that, because it's like people are like, what's he on about? Big farm, no ranch, big yield, no plants. It's like that will go over some people's heads as a metaphor and stuff like that. So it's like the words help it out. But yeah, I try to make them really clever, but the words, I don't want them to go over people's heads. So when they're like, what's it mean, no plants? So frictionless yield farming, you know what I mean? That's more cash. So then they're like, okay, okay.
So what I'm picking up is that you're kind of like using the method actor process, but using it as a rap. You're kind of immersing yourself in a specific culture or vibe for the project, putting
Yeah.
yourself there. That way you can get as much out of it as possible.
Yeah, and because it's CybrrrDoge and obviously like Blade Runner he is looking for the imposters, he's taking them out. That's where it's like I've got that never scared in there, because CybrrrDoge it's here to make a statement. We're not going, it don't matter what market we're in, we're a good coin, so we're gonna kick off. So it's like that's why I did the whole pull up on the market bears, because right now this is a coin to be in.
Awesome. So let's move a little bit away from the music and the project that you're working on currently. And I'd like to talk with you a little bit more about kind of you, where you're from. I'm here, in Texas and the States, but you're obviously out there in, London, the UK area. I have really no knowledge about that area outside of, questions that I ask people in that part of the community. So, as a Texan, if I were to come out there, what are some of the first things as a hip hop loving, musician myself? What are some of the first things that you would tell me to go do as a tourist and landing in London?
You know what? It's more this the whole because I'm like a hour and a half away from London. Um, and it's like in the UK, it's a good place in culture. So London, for example, got a great nightlife. It's got a great vibe. It's got a great culture. Hip hop over here is exploding at an extreme rate where we've got artists popping up all the time. So there's just more going to the events, going to a lot of underground events as well. So you can get the real actual vibe and the whole culture within it. And yeah, because I'm not really one for go to the Buckingham Palace and see the Queen type of guy. I'm more like get involved in all the multi cultures that are around here, and yeah, man, you can experience some good things, man, and have a good time.
Hell yeah. I'm one of the things that I'm super interested in whenever it comes to traveling for me is like the food scene. And one of the things that we don't have over here that y'all are famous for over there is your fish and chips. And I can't wait to come across the pond sometime and get a proper English fish and chips because that's going to
And
be
that's
an
what
amazing.
everyone says till they get here and have their fish and chips. I would just point that out to you.
Well, I
So
mean, there's a reason why
if
everyone
you
wants
want
to do
the
it. It's because it's
yeah,
like
if you
the
want the real
common.
one, if you want the real good English fish and chips, then you need to make sure you go to a seaside place. So
Absolutely. Well,
wherever,
I mean, yeah, you don't want to go to an interior restaurant somewhere in the interior of the country and try to get seafood.
no,
That's not going
nowhere where I am.
to make. So, we've gotten through some of your project specific stuff here, and I'll talk to you a little bit about, where you're staying at. What are some questions, if anything, that you have for, the midnight show or some talking points that you kind of want to get out?
Say that again, sorry.
I said, what are some things, some topics or maybe questions that you have for anyone here at the midnight show that you would want to get out? Or, what are some things that I haven't touched upon, making sure that you can get some of those words out as well?
Yeah, really just that yeah, just make sure you follow me and stuff like that. I've got some big plans coming out as far as things go, and yeah, but I'm just really just glad to be in this space as well so I can utilize it. I do have a kind of a announcement what I haven't spoke to Deckard about yet, but I will be doing a milestone freestyle for CybrrrDoge as well in the future.
Oh,
So
what's the milestone marker going to be? What does it have
this,
to do for us to get blessed with another performance?
so yeah, I'm gonna discuss that with Deckard and then put that all into place. But yeah, it won't be it won't be something extreme because it's something I'm excited about doing anyway.
Awesome. I want you to go ahead and if you're able to go ahead and post your YouTube channel in the chat right now so the people that are listening can click on it and go follow you.
Yeah, definitely.
We want to make sure that we're getting you as much followers as possible. Do you play any musical instruments yourself, like guitar, keyboard, anything like that?
Well, I self taught the piano, but it's not really to a major effect. And other than that, I play a standard level of the drums.
Okay. I'm definitely not a percussionist myself. It's hard to keep time.
Yeah, I tell you, I like it more on the drum pads than that to the drum kit, but I'm all right.
Oh yeah, MPC. I'm actually in the process of getting an MPC myself, so I can start doing the whole finger production thing.
Yeah, yeah. Then, as a recommendation from me, I would say look up Native Instruments machine.
Oh, the machine. Yeah, I wanted the machine Micro 2 for some time now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me check the chat and make sure that you got, yeah, do not forget to post that into the chats there. Trying to think of some other good questions to ask you while I have you on the chat. This is my first time hosting a show like this, and so while it's going to be a learning experience for me, I'm happy that I get to learn, with someone like you. And I do have another good question. I noticed that whenever I was in the CybrrrDoge chat, when I mentioned you, not a lot of people were kind of like aware that this was going on. Do you see any sort of like not cross promotion, but do you see yourself kind of building your fan base in some of these groups as well?
Yes, I do, because I constantly keep getting the every so often I keep getting a follower from one of the groups and stuff like that. But since the CybrrrDoge actual videos come out, I've gained at least 300 new followers on Instagram, and
Perfect.
so it's definitely building up. So yeah, man, I'm excited, and it's more to do with the communities as well. So when I did one for Rocket Boys, that I got quite a lot of followers from them. So because they actually showed it right. But with I believe why I got so many with this coin is because of the way Deckard actually put it together, like, and everything like that, and just his actual plan to work with me. That's how I knew that this coin was actually going to be something good, by the way how he was so attentive to what he wanted.
So, are you a freestyle artist at all? Do you feel comfortable maybe dropping a couple bars on a midnight show freestyle for us?
You know what? I'm more of a because I freestyle because I kind of with the music studio freestyle to get a lot of the bars, but I keep going over them in my head and everything like that. Um, as for now, what I will do is I will do a freestyle for Midnight Doge, a little mini preview one for the intro of the show, but as for now, no, but I
Hey,
wouldn't want to
you know me as a
say
host. I gotta at least try to put you on the
yeah,
spot. No worries, no
yeah,
worries.
yeah. We'll save that for the second interview.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'll send you the little intro beat that we're working with without the vocals if you want to do a little, freestyle over that. Or I can just send you the whole beat that we're using, and if you want to put some music over that, that's completely your prerogative as well. We'll definitely check it out over here.
Yeah, either or would be great for me. But yeah, man, I'm just so pumped right now when the future's gonna be only be up and onwards when I bring out the next things that I'm working on as well. And if you think this CybrrrDoge freestyle was good, the milestone is gonna blow it out the water.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, one thing I also wanted to touch on you on, we chatted a little bit in private, and you told me you're a dad. I'm a dad as well. First off, I want to commend you for taking the initiative and everything that you're doing right now. It's scary. You have a family, and you're also have a family while you're following your dream. And as someone
Yeah.
who's trying to do that as well, I know how scary that can be. I know how anxiety filled that can be. So I just want to give you props to that.
Yeah, because that's where some of the delays happen, because when I'm actually writing the lyrics, it can be a bit funny because the kids will be around me, jumping on me. So in about when they're jumping on me and all they're around me, I'll probably write 2 bars in about 3 hours. But then I get time to go upstairs for about 15 minutes and then I'll finish half the track. So
Right.
that's yeah. So we kind of just mixing it in between everything like that. And so as I've finished my first year of uni now, I plan to just go hard at this. And every time I do anything, just always upgrade the level where possible.
Are any of your kids musically inclined like you are?
Yeah, my eldest daughter, she's musically inclined. She's wrote a song before, and she's at the stage now where she wants me to make her a beat so she can actually write a full song and get it. recorded at the studio. So we're gonna see how that goes. I think my son's got a little bit of my rapping tendencies, but we're yet to see. We're yet to see, because right now he's engulfed with his YouTubers and
Oh, aren't they all? As luckily my daughter is carrying on some of the musical talent with me as well, and she can sing really good, and I'm really excited about doing some music with her. So just, I'm happy that you get to share this with your kids, because if this works out for you, the life that you'll be able to provide for not only you but for them is going to be,
yeah,
something that you're probably was the reason why you got behind this in the first place.
yeah, definitely. Because even my oldest son, he's 8. He says, "Dad, if you blow up, I want my own crypto channel." And because he's really into it, he goes on Roblox and plays games, and he'll be like, "I've got 7 bitcoins, Dad. If you imagine if I had this in the real life." So yeah, he's more pumped for crypto than he is rap.
Oh, oh my gosh. That's hilarious. My daughter, she's only 7, and I'll look at the charts and she's like, "What are you doing, Dad?" And I'm like, "I'm checking on my money." So she associates crypto with money, but she has no
Yeah,
idea the community involved behind it. And at some point she's going to, so it'll be awesome.
yeah, no,
Well, I know it's
definitely.
I know it's a little late over there on your end. It's getting like around 10 o'clock in the evening. Is there anything else that you'd like to chat about on here? Or do you want me to go ahead and close it out and I can throw another YouTube video on the screen share or something like that?
Well, yeah, do that. But before you do, I would just like to just thank everyone for all their support. Anyone in here that's ever gave me support on any of my videos and told me I was good at what I do. I just want to say thank you all, because at the end of the day, it's never you that makes that puts you in the position you want to be. It's everyone else that supports you. So that is really my main statement of the night.
Yeah, well, you know what? First off, you're welcome if you were saying thank you to me, and if you're not, I'm saying thank you to you, because
Definitely I am,
it's all a community
and
effort
everyone
here.
else.
And yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna throw your video one more time onto the screen sharing so we can get that as a good play out for you. Let's see here.
And thank you for
Screen
this opportunity as well. It means a lot.
I'm just, I just want to learn about people and include myself in this community. If there's anything that I could do different, something that you feel like, hey, next time maybe you should try this a little different, I'm always open to suggestions. So DM me, anybody, and I'm willing to learn and grow this thing together. Let's see, share screen, start now, and let's put this on one more time. How do I do that? Replay. There we go.
Yeah, it's Crypto Khemet, the #1 Shilling rapper. Let's go. It's time to separate the real from the fake. This coin got me gassed up, feeling some type of way. Earn those coins while you stake, NFTs while you play. With a mad active dev doing AMAs every day. Top dog, CybrrrDoge, long term, diamond hold. Big project designed to blow with a roadmap in line with goals. Like big dogs, we up in here. CybrrrDoge, we never scared when we ride out like gang. When we pull up on them market bears. And fill my bags with that CybrrrDoge. Tricky finger on sniper mode. King Shilling on ride out mode. Big army fam, we don't slide alone. If you're talking about smart chain with the best Doge on Binance, bro, a man don't do entries cause the big games whether high or low. Ecosystem is eminent, I rep hard, it's evident. And if you dev is a deck card, then your coin's probably a replicant. Got cyber swap, cyber game, cyber staking, a cyber gain, cyber wallet to keep it safe. Destination way up in space. Big farm, no ranch, big yield, no plant. It's automated, frictionless yield farming. That's more cash plus burning 70% of the supply at launch, fam. That's more gains, more stacks, trust fam. That's all fact. Real cyber gang, no dividing us. Projects fire like the rising sun. Pull up gang in a cyber truck, sighting Elon and Grimes we trust. Like big dogs, we up in here. CybrrrDoge, we we never scared when we ride out like gang gang when we pull up on them market bears. And fill my bags with that CybrrrDoge, tricky finger on sniper mode, King Shilling on ride out mode, big army fam, we don't slide alone. If you're talking about smart chain with the best Doge on finance, bro, a man don't talk entries cause the big games whether high or low. Ecosystem is imminent, I rep hard, it's evident, and if you dev is a deck card then the coin's probably a replicant. Got cyber swap, cyber game, cyber staking, that cyber gain, cyber wallet to keep it safe, destination way up in space.
Ooh, fire right there.
Cheers, man. Let's go.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, and more than CybrrrDoge, thank you for hanging out, thank you for chatting with us. If you want to stay on, by all means do. What I'm gonna do is open up the chat for anybody who would like to come in and chat, kind of like a little community segment for the show, so we can get some feedback.
Yeah, bro, I'll be staying on.
So I think I unmuted everyone. So if anybody else out there wants to hop into the show right now and chat with Crypto, with me, with anybody, if you just got something that you want to say, now's your time.
So when is there going to be a rap song for the Midnight Show Telegram?
When's there going to be a what?
There's going to be a rap Midnight Show Telegram.
Oh, that's already in the works. I mean, I work with a lot of artists out here in Austin. I rap, but I'm not necessarily a rapper. I would love to work with other musicians to get something going for this group as well. What about you? Are you gonna drop a hip hop track for us? Are you a low key hip hop entrepreneur that we need to know of?
Not my background, man. Not me.
What is it? What is your background? Let's what am I? I'm speaking with Hippo Fibbo. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Nah,
How goes it?
I'm just in the solid space right now until I can retire.
Well, you're probably doing better than us. You sound like you're from the States though. Where in the States are you at?
Dallas, Texas.
Another Texan, Austin, Texas, right here.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Thaddeus.
Yes, sir.
We got somebody in the chat here that would like to play something. I think he's got a buddy of his that's got a song out, a crypto song also. Let me find him here. Gumbo?
Yeah, absolutely. Is there a link that you want me to put on the screen sharing so everyone can see it, or does he want to just come in and do his stuff in the voice chat?
There you go. Gumby, come to Pride Rock. Are you listening?
Gummy.
Yeah. I got you. Let me find this. I can post a link towards it. It does promote a crypto, but it is a very stable one that's been out. I don't know, but not too hard. Like the main focus of the song is about buying high and selling low, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, crack it up. Can you turn up the volume a little bit for us, please?
Oh, you want me to play it in here? Let me see. Let me grab my other. Well, fuck, my other phone's not. I don't know how to do that. Like,
Well, we got you here, man.
If you want to send me the link, I can. Like, is it a YouTube video? I can just share it on my screen like I did the other ones.
All right, let me find the YouTube. He did it in Telegram, and then he did actually make it YouTube.
All right, Gumby, just share that with us.
Let me get my messages open here, make sure I'm not missing anything. And yeah, I spoke with Gumby earlier actually, and I wasn't able to get enough information because I want to make sure that in the future, I kind of like making sure that every person that is coming onto the show has their own little specific one-on-one time, and that way they're getting heard, they're getting their message across, and then towards the end, I want to come up with the community aspect of it to where we can find other people to chat with, but I have been DMing a couple of other people that we have ready for this show as well. So it's not like we're going to be a one-trick pony when it comes to bringing some amazing people on here to chat with.
I sent you the link from the Telegram. I don't know if you can play it on your screen. I'm trying to find the YouTube. He actually did a YouTube video for it, but I just know that one's easier to find. This
Let me
Telegram
see.
has like 40,000 people in it, so I'd like to go find YouTube links and take. But I have that actually saved messages.
Chomper. Did you send it to me or did you send it to Big D?
Thaddeus Quest.
All right, let's see here. Chomper. There you are. I haven't gotten it. Maybe it's just a little lag in the system or something.
Maybe. I did the
But
trip. I just clicked on your name and sent it. So.
Forward it to me, Gumby. I can play as well, so I'll share this. No problem.
Yeah. So I also want to give a shout out to CybrrrDoge, the project itself. That was, I believe, the first or second project that was vetted through the Midnight Show here. And one of the things that the Midnight Show is going to be kind of aiming to do for people is we have probably the most extensive and vigorous vetting process to get through on our channel here. So if a project comes through the Midnight Show, by the time it gets to your eyes or ears, it's going to have gone through so many safe checks to where while it may not be the thing that makes you rich, it will definitely be one of the safest plays at the time on the Binance Smart Chain or any other chain that this project is launching on. But that's kind of what this Midnight Show is as far as the crypto space, is making sure that any items that get to the community can't hurt them.
I don't know if I was supposed to send that there. I'm sorry if I deleted if not, but this one will make you rich, guys. Just saying. My call for it was 8 cents. It hit an all-time high of 99 cents. It's at 45 right now. So,
okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing any messages coming up on my end, but I also have two different.
I got it. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect. I don't know if you're able to share your screen on the thing as well. I don't know. I'm just learning all of the Telegram stuff, which is really exciting for me because, talking with people is something that I've always enjoyed doing. I enjoy learning about people. I enjoy learning about not only people, but ideas and communities and, knowledge. They say knowledge is power, but unless you have a way to apply the knowledge that you're learning, you're kind of powerless with all that power. So one of the things that I enjoy doing is, learning, but also utilizing the knowledge that comes my way. Let's see here.
I like that a lot. I got a good little thing going on. Does that homie have Twitter that I can follow, or is it just Instagram?
Khemet?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure there's a Twitter actually. I think I'm following on my Twitter. Let me pull it up and I'll share his Twitter.
I've shared all my I've shared all my links in the chat as well.
Let's see here.
Oh, there he is. I got you, bro. Let's get you some promotion, dog.
Cheers, bro.
That's what I like to hear. People connecting people.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm trying to do essentially the same thing y'all got going on, not necessarily with the music scene because I don't rap. I mean, I can rap when I get drunk, but I just do I just do podcasts and such. So I'm trying to. I'll get you going.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna get that up in a second, guys. So,
At
right.
crypto.
So is anybody here? Is anyone here in CybrrrDoge? Did they make it into the pre-sale? How are they feeling about the first call from the Midnight Show?
Solid. I got in pre-sale. Yep. Yeah, solid. I mean, they were well vetted. I mean, I don't know. When I was talking to Midnight about the vetting process at first, it's like you're not gonna really ever find anybody that'll do that much. I wouldn't think, but apparently, at least one so far. I mean, it's a really good way to go ahead and weed out any kind of bullshit or anybody that has anything to hide, and find a legit, like really legit project.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Deckard is a Texan as well.
Right.
so
I think Decker says he's actually from New York. He just lives in Texas.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So he is from the States though, so that's kind of cool. And I think that devs from the States and they just have like a little bit less to hide because you pretty much can be prosecuted for ripping people off here, where in a lot of other places that are doing it, they are getting away with that kind of shit for the most part.
I mean,
You know,
someone
I'm
it over here as well. I don't think being in the States makes a difference.
I've got the song ready, guys. If you guys want to hear it, let's just hear
Oh,
it.
perfect. Go for it.
Yeah, let's do it. Can you hear that?
There was a nice guy, he put all his cash in a perfect coin, hoping to fly high. Oh my, he really thought that it was the right time to sell his whole fucking bag when the price went down to 5.5. A couple minutes later, he saw parts of his future pass by. He saw the price rise and then he just felt like dying. When everybody else was enjoying the ride, cries went into his eyes, pride disappeared, so he was like, fine, I'll buy at 9.9. Paper and never again. Later, friend seller is wrecked. Half his investment lost within a couple minutes of the bad decision. It's like an incision from a knife to his heart. He feels imprisoned by his lack of patience, but now I think he's finally ready to listen. But did he really learn his lesson? Will his pain be lessened? Will he cause himself another hardship or focus on this blessing? Is the next that's gonna be messing with him again? Can a dog really change? Where is his bank account heading? I doubt he's the one who'll be flexing about his result from investing. Why? Why? Well, because he lied, sell low. This is the dog that we all know. Profit time, hell no. This is the dog that we all know. Don't dig yourself. Don't dig your hell. Don't dug yourself. He has 2 houses, 2 spouses, 2 $22,000 blouses, but he sold out to get more Leo coins when he gets out there. But he decides to sell low and then rebuy when it's high. He got no home, no more, but the Leos make him smile. At least he got a mention in a couple months for sure. Soon enough he'll laugh about this fact like it was just too long ago. But for now, dog must eat some dog meat off some street. Okay, maybe not, but you get the gist of what I mean. One day though, when like a bus to see the boss of the mob, he's like, sup man, I am dog, you got a couple of bucks. The boss looked at his cuz, he's like, yo, this is trouble or not? He's like, it's fine, so he gave him and he says, best of the luck, but you must know if you don't pay us, you will have interest. So make sure you make more than you invest, unless you want a bullet ingest. At this point, he didn't really know what raise the mob was, but he said, don't worry, I'll be making so much copper. But then he goes, what exactly are the collateral? The boss says, we kill your wife, burn your house, and maybe steal your Adderall. So a part of him felt like his body was about to fall, but he left with the confidence to have it all. But then he sell low. This is the dog that we all know. Profit time, hell no. This is the dog that we all know.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That
That was
yeah,
awesome, man.
the YouTube version is way better. He edited it a little bit more and added a couple more lines to it. That was just like the unmixed version.
All right, I can do both. We can listen. That was quite good. We can listen to both, right?
Yeah, he did a couple more songs about the coin too. I mean, his whole channel, honestly, this guy, his name's Swoley Cat. He goes hard, man. I sent him y'all's link over here, but like I said, I'm trying to get him to rap in our podcast, and we've all made a lot of money together, and he still won't come on. I think he gets shy. There's like a
Well, hey, I
I
first want to say congratulations on putting yourself out there and making a dope track, because that's a dope ass track. So congratulations.
Not me. I didn't do that. That's my buddy. You know, he's not in here. I'm trying to get him in here. I'm not gonna claim credit.
Oh, okay.
Well, we can listen to the main video that he said is probably funnier. So let's watch the video. 2 minutes.
There There was a nice guy, he put all his cash in a perfect coin, hoping to fly high. Oh my, he really thought that it was the right time to sell his whole fucking bag when the price went down to 5.5. A couple minutes later, he saw parts of his future pass by. He saw the price rise, and then he just felt like dying. When everybody else was enjoying the ride, cries went into his eyes, pride disappeared, so he was like, fine, I'll buy at 9.9. Paper and never again. Later, friend seller is wrecked. Half his investment lost within a couple minutes of a bad decision. It's like an incision from a knife to his heart. He feels imprisoned by his lack of patience, but now I think he's finally ready to listen. But did he really learn his lesson? Will his pain be lessened? Will he cause himself another hardship or focus on this blessing? Is the next that's gonna be messing with him again? Can a dog really change? Where is his bank account heading? I doubt he's the one who'll be flexing about his results from investing. Why? Well, because he buy high, sell low. This is the dog that we all know. Profit time, hell no. This is the dog that we all know. Don't dog yourself. Don't dig your hell. Don't dog yourself. He has 2 houses, 2 spouses, 2 $22,000 blouses, but he sold out to get more Leo coins when he gets out there. But he decides to sell low and then rebuy when he's high. He got no home, no more, but the Leos make him smile. At least he got a mention in a couple months for sure. Soon enough he'll laugh about this fact like it was just too long ago. But for now, dog must eat some dog meat off some street. Okay, maybe not, but you get the gist of what I mean. One day though, when like a bus to see the boss of the mob, he's like, sup man, I am dog, you got a couple of bucks. The bus looked at his cuz, he's like, yo, this is trouble or not? He's like, it's fine, so he gave him, and he says, best of the luck, but you must know if you don't pay us, you will have interest. So make sure you make more than you invest, unless you want a bullet ingest. At this point, he didn't really know what raise the mob was, but he said, don't worry, I'll be making so much cuppa. But then he goes, what exactly are the collateral? The boss says, we kill your wife, burn your house, and maybe steal your Adderall. So a part of him felt like his body was about to fall, but he left with the confidence to have it all. But then he buy high, sell low. This is the dog that we all know. Profit time, hell no. This is the dog that we all know. Don't dog yourself. Don't dig your hell. Don't dog yourself. Buy high, sell low. This is the dog that we all know. Profit time, hell no. This is the dog that we all know. Don't dog yourself. Don't dig your hell. Don't dog yourself.
Fucking hilarious and fun and good.
You just buy high and sell low, you know?
So one of the things that I want to point out right off the bat are the stylistic differences between those two cryptocurrency songs, and I love the fact that it's so across the board on the musical styles that are coming out of those.
Yes, it's pretty dope. If you're ever in, I don't know if like, but y'all probably all heard of Shampoo Lounge. There's a couple people in there that do this type of stuff as well, and there's like 10 people in there that actually have some really good songs too. Some crypto
Awesome.
songs.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know, maybe ever go check them out because I'm trying to learn how they do their bot. They got a bot somehow that they can actually uplink the songs and just put them on a loop. So like how y'all are doing the video sharing, they just like program the bot to do it. And so try to learn that.
Oh yeah, one of the things that I found just in the past couple days on trying to get this together and learning some of the Telegram stuff is like we're still so early on this in this space that it's insane. Like we use this stuff on the daily, so we kind of assume that everyone around us uses this stuff on the daily, and then you kind of start talking with people in your real life and you realize that there's so many people that aren't in this crypto space, and it's just so fun to be part of something so early.
Yeah. We had Brahma that had the question as well.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hi, I actually just didn't want to be muted. I'll be quite honest with that.
It's not that you wanted to say anything, it's just that you wanted to have the option to say something if you needed to.
Exactly. That is true.
But now that I got you talking, I'm not going to let you go. Where are you from?
I am in the States,
You're
on the
in the
West Coast.
States, West Coast. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, what kind of stuff do you do in the crypto space? Are you mainly just an investor? Or are you a developer? Or are you a fan of something? Like, what brought you here?
So actually, I am pretty much all of those. I started off just, dabbling in crypto, 4 months ago. And then I just was involved in so many communities and networked with some people. And I am actually in a project with people that are pretty reputable in the community. Uh, but I won't show. I'm not going to show in here.
I appreciate
Although I
that.
know, although I know some people that are in it. But other than that, I just that it like never stops. Like how you branch out within the crypto space. Like you start off as one thing, and then there are so many different opportunities if you allow for them to appear or even to like partake in them. It's pretty crazy in crypto.
You're not lying. One of the ways that I found myself into this position was kind of just hopping in and out of voice chats, because I noticed that the projects that were doing well were the ones that had a very active voice chat. Someone was on there communicating with the community, and if they weren't communicating with the community, they were at least on there playing some music, something. And it started getting me to think about podcasting in general. Being out here in Austin, I'm close to Joe Rogan. I've been a fan of his for since he was hosting Fear Factor, and I've always loved the way that he was able to get information out of people. And another host that I really enjoy watching is Sean Evans from First We Feast, the Hot Wings, and how he interacts with the people that he's talking with, and he's asking them questions that you really wouldn't get from somebody else. So I found that there's a lot of opportunity for me to hone my skills as a host, hone my skills as a decent person that's able to communicate with other people as well.
That's incredible. It's a really great idea. And it gets really boring sometimes throughout the day when you're trading. And I understand, like, a lot of times people go into voice chats and they just listen, but I don't think a lot of people pay attention most of the time. It's like background noise, during the day. And I really do enjoy being in the ones where, friends are just chatting away and watching charts together and kind of, trying to like I guess research tokens together. It's fun. It's better than typing things out. It's so like not so personal, impersonal. Um, so this thing
Yeah,
that you're doing
absolutely.
here
It
is
seems like the
amazing.
the communities that are really putting effort into growing themselves and not just a shill network, not just like buy my coin or leave kind of communities, are the ones that tend to do better.
Exactly, and that has I don't want to like I'm not mentioning stuff because I don't believe in shilling um like that, but there is a community, a Discord community out there that is for a token, but the channel that is most utilized in there is this. It's called shitcoin discussion, and it's just everybody talks about like every single token and pre-sale that's out there, and they ape into things together, and try to vet things together. It is pretty crazy because it's within a main token Discord, and it's really fun. It's not limiting people to only be for that particular one. It is like allowing you to just bond and just be a community as it should be. And
Right.
I
I
like
think one
seeing
of the
that other things are like that as well.
I think one of the reasons why some of these communities kind of tend to, I guess, do so well and build themselves up is I think a lot of us in the crypto space, because in my experience, a lot of us in the crypto space were kind of the outcast growing up. Now, some of the nerds, I was definitely a nerd and a geek growing up, not the most popular, and definitely into computers and stuff like that. And whenever you're growing up like that, you tend to not be the most popular. You tend not to have the most friends. So somebody like that coming into the crypto space, finding these communities, they get a chance for the first time in their adult life to be part of the cool kids club and have that feeling of being included when their entire lives previous to this they were shunned for being into tech, or they didn't have the most friends because they weren't on the football team. This is the type of community where all of the misfits, all of the geeks, we kind of have come together on this side.
It's funny that you say that. Growing up, I was like very extroverted, very, socially, just, I was very social. And I don't know what it is. Like I've just kind of changed throughout life, and I realized that I'm not really an extrovert. I am truly an introvert, and I like being a hermit, and I love being at home with my kids, and I love being behind my laptop, like doing trades. Like it is something that I found a lot of comfort in, and so just to socialize, through Telegram or Discord or whatever it is, I feel so much more comfortable doing that as opposed to getting on the phone with friends that I actually will see in real life. And just FYI, I haven't actually seen a friend in like 4 months.
Yeah, exactly.
But I actually like it on this side better.
We can, and yeah, I like that you touched upon that. What we're able to tell, the stories that we're able to tell to a stranger tend to be a lot more deeper and truthful than the ones that we tell our own family, because we have nothing to hide, and we know that they can't use it against us. So it's more open, it's more free whenever you hop into a group of somebody that you have no idea who they are, where they're from. You kind of just get to be the version of yourself that you kind of always wanted to be.
Yeah, definitely. That's really true. And it's fun also to see people's personalities kind of evolve while you're behind a screen or, speaking to them on voice chat. Some people actually I think it gives them some courage to kind of break out of a shell. Um, and I know a lot of people go in voice chats and they're just quiet. They don't say anything. And either their like mics are not working or they are just really shy and don't want to like engage yet. But I do commend the ones that do start speaking, and hope that everybody else does that as well. It's like fun. It's almost liberating. I don't know why, but fun.
That's a good word. That's a really good word. It is liberating. It definitely it elevates you emotionally into a place to where you really, like right now I'm sitting in the back of my backyard and I'm in my hammock and I'm talking with people who I literally are around the world. I'm talking with someone on the West Coast. I'm talking with someone in Great Britain or England, UK. There's probably somebody in India who's listening right now. And it's just amazing that it's all happening at this moment. And then whenever we leave, it all dissolves, and then whenever we choose to, it all comes back together.
It's beautiful. I love it. By the way, I'm new to this group, but I know quite a few people in here.
So when did you join the group? How new are you?
I'm just a few hours new.
Oh, you're okay. Cool. Well,
Yeah,
welcome.
I do
definitely
know
welcome.
quite a few people in here from like other groups, so I don't feel like too displaced.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're here joining with us, chatting with us. Our main goal, at least my main goal as far as, talking with y'all, is to just be a part of the community, be someone who you can reach out to even when we're not doing this show. If anyone's having a bad day, I've already talked with a couple of community members that have reached out to me. They're like, man, I just lost some money. I just bought into a scam. I just feel bad. And I just sit and I talk with them. A couple of people have reached out to me already, and I'm the person that you can reach out to and yell at if you need someone to yell at. If you need someone to cry to, I'm here for you as well. If you need someone to just say, hey, how's it going? I'm going to say, hey, how's it going back to you? And I'm going to care what you say. All right. So that's what I'm here for.
Well, that's amazing. I'm glad you're here then.
So is there anybody else that we got anybody else in the chat that we got that wants to come on and talk or hang out?
We should try and get more people, I guess. I think we can have more people in here and people want to open up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I gotta. How do you all guys? How do you know each other? How is your story?
Me or who is it that you're asking?
Like all of you in general, like I guess the Midnight Show team.
Well, I was brought in by owner Midnight, and I was basically part of a rug pull scam coin that I don't care to share the name because it left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. But
Honestly,
I
you
was pulled
should
in.
share the name, get the word out there. You're like this
Oh,
one's a
No, you
rock.
can share the name.
Okay,
Yeah.
Doggy Styles.
Okay, so Doggy
Oh
Styles is
shit!
the rug.
Another victim.
Okay.
Yeah, I got involved in the whole Doggy Styles fiasco, and I remember being pulled off into because I was actually going to start doing the podcasting idea that I had over there. One of the mods hit me up and was like, "Hey, I like the way you sound. You want to do this podcasting thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. This is what I want to do. Let's do this." And before the project could even launch, it rugged, and then I was like, "Man, I have this idea, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't know where to go." And luckily enough, Midnight brought me into a group, and he's like, "Hey, I like your energy. I like what you're doing. See if you can come do this with us." And so that's kind of where I'm at now.
That's awesome. Okay, so Midnight, I guess. What's your story? What's your crypto experience, sir?
I'm like the ranger of the cryptosphere. Like I'm everywhere, and everyone says like, so everyone's just like, why are you here? Like, and then sometimes I forget that I looked at some coins. I didn't even know where I'd invested in a coin. And I was earning cake, and I'm going, where am I getting this from? Like, is this fake?
No, I made a bunch of money on one of the cake war tokens that are out there. That's cool. That's cool, guys.
No, but
So
I've been go for it, bro.
one thing, Thaddeus, I want to kind of forewarn you. I don't know what your editing style is, but to get the recordings off of Telegram, they're gonna be like a WAG file, and then you need to turn it into like a OGG file, and then you gotta turn it into an MP3 file. And now I'm stuck at turning it from an MP3 to an MP4 file because some
Holy
of
crap.
the
Okay,
recordings are
whatever you just said, DM me so I have that information because I
so
literally
I'm stuck right now because so try and keep your recordings limited to under an hour. If you need to break it up, like stop the recording and then relaunch the recording because we have like 5, 6, 7 hour long recordings on some of these, and it's almost impossible to convert it to a
I
video
see.
file.
I think we've been recording for a little bit over an hour now. Should I stop it and restart it?
I mean, that's just because like I've been doing this for about now 3-4 weeks, and yeah, we just tried to like start it live and launch on YouTube because we just had we were like, hey, you can listen to the recordings in the Telegram, anytime. That's cool, whatever. But if people want to actually listen on an outside platform, we are looking into SoundCloud because it's free. But again, we're still gonna have to edit these recordings into segments before we can actually do anything with like a video editing type deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop that now. Let me stop
Okay, yeah, perfect. This it's a learning